There is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Okazaki, and here's Beckham. Kajolu with the delivery. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. And he's Messi! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where...
Terrific header! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
He's found some space. He has found the way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's gone for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Messi! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Beckenbauer. Now it's Villa. Played down the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space.
He gets big! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Kajolu. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Adams.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Adams. Rijkaard. Tries to pass it through. Thinks about... And the shots! Rijkaard. A player who needs no introduction. And it's Hakimi. Serginho. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. David Villa. Schneider. He's had a shot! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Hakimi. Ball played for Rijkaard. And it's Hakimi. Out of play for a throw. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Couldn't squeeze it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Israel clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's tried one! And he has kept it out somehow.
Villa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Mbappe with the short one. That's an excellent interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Beckenbauer, and it's Rijkaard. He's having a go! That is wonderful from Rijkaard! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the comeback is complete! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Israel go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
David Villa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Stood up well to him there, and the pass is intercepted. Great vision, that's a good ball. Schneider, and he cuts out the supply. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And a chance! They've done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Israel take a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Israel have scored two quick goals here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Caceres looking to get on the end of this. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rijkaard. Now it's Okazaki. Can he latch on to this? Serginho does well to get it back. And here's Messi. He's found the way through. Now the ball in. And it's been given away. Bayer. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Israel head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
E vamos dar todas as boas-vindas aos nossos jogadores.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Messi. Looking for the run. Neatly clipped. Shot a goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Kadiolu wins the duel this time. And a goal kick. Rijkaard. Beckham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Hakimi. That's Rijkaard. Albert Ferrer. And he can clear it away. And it's Rijkaard. Looking for options for movement. Messi. He's a sharp little ball. Can he finish? An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Messi does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Beckenbauer. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. He's picked his way through. Cannavaro. Cross goes in there. Up he goes! Denied by an instinctive save.
Kakarot actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Batistuta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Shot could be on. Drilled in low. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And it's Kadiolu. Now this could be... Takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Just about within shooting range. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Okazaki. Messi. Rudiger claims comfortably. Caceres. That pass isn't the best. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Albert Ferrer gets over and intercepts. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That looks a good ball through. And the finish! Oh, taken with style. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Kadiolu spots it and intercepts. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Okazaki. Messi, he's shifted and he's had a hit! Messi! From another planet! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! It's level again! What a match we have!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Angola are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them.
There's the shot! It's run loose, and it's come back out to him. Goal, Israel! And with that, he takes home the match ball. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Israel get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's the keeper's ball.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Cannavaro gets a foot in here, and he's there to get it away. Goes down, but nothing given. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's Sneijder! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Sneijder is offering a right smile there.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Israel have their second corner now.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de
Cleared away. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. That's been cut out, well played. Rijkaard. And that is the last effort of the game. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Sneijder. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here? Well, David Villa!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Yamal. And that's put paid to a promising move. That has not gone well. Pedri. Camavinga. And it's Serginho. And Hazard. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the water.
Mbappe! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Mbappe plays it short. Decent chance! Goal! Israel! And Israel score first. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Camisa 14.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Kane. That has been slung wide. And this is big chance! Serginho. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri.
Mirasol clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rijkaard. Played out to the left flank. Played back in. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well,
And he's had a hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Messi. And he's being shifted off it. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. And that has left him in a heap. David Villa, foot in. Messi.
whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's away! Batistuta had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Looking for options for movement. Takes a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as...
It's Snyder! Denied by an instinctive save.
Schneider clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Serginho does well to get it back. Israel looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Howson. And it's Messi. Serginho. And it's Messi. Now it's Hazard. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Hazard. Looking for the run. And this is Batistuta. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Camavinga. Oh, this looks sharp. To Hazard. Serginho. And there is the half-time whistle. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Israel merit their advantage on the balance of play. They did most of the probing and got their reward, although they should have a bigger lead. Could come back to haunt them.
Israel can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Kamavinga, played into space. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. No way through. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, good ball!
Kane really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Tries to play it through. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Hazard. Serginho. Messi just eases him off the ball. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, well measured. Now that's well seen too. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Israel clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Quality ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Batistuta! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. That's a throw. That's good running with the ball. With Rudiger. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Caceres gets a foot in here. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide.
Shot a goal! And he hits the net! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion!
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Oh, that's a fine interception.
Israel clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Now it's Kane. Can he get it through? And he's intervened well there. Now it's Doku.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Howson gets over and intercepts. Rafinha. That's a good ball out wide. Yamal could try cutting inside here. Lovely bit of skill. Deep cross. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Serginho. Serginho was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Howson.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Now it's Kane. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Tries a deft little ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Camisa 19 vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 11.
I think we're just about done here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. It's Schneider! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de
Serginho.
acréscimo.
Camavinga. Rafinha. Doku. Can he get on the end of this? Alexander-Arnold. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he cuts out the supply. And that's it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Rudiger picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Israel really were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas. They were able to get the runners in, and that proved decisive.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Villa. And it's Serginho. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi. Snyder! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Vardiol. Upamecano attempts a clearance. Now it's Villa, knocks it out wide. Oh, it's played into the area. And it's claimed by the keeper. Looking for the run. Now it's Villa. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ribery distributed tidily. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rodri knocks it into space. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ribery in with the challenge. Now it's Villa. Now it's Batistuta. Pedri has given away a free kick. And he's lifted it over.
Batistuta will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
Rodri. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. He's picked his way through. He won't be happy with that one, and that's played in low. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tries to pass it through. He's in a great position here. He's through, now is he in? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's worked it through. And he's picked it up out wide. Tries to play it through. Now it's Villa. He's found a way through. Steaming on the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe plays it short. Shapes to shoot! And that is wildly off target. Vardiol. And it's Hazard. It's a pretty loose pass. Batistuta. And back to the keeper they go. Barcelona are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Hazard. Israel have the chance to go the other way. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! First blood drawn. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now that looks a decent ball. Skims. Decent chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodri. Van Dijk. Upamecano. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Messi, he's got away. Oh, now here's a good battle. Bullish header! And he's scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Barcelona are... And a chance! Oh, it's come off the... That could spell trouble.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Serginho. Cleared without hesitation. And the half-time whistle goes. So your views on the first half?
Israel really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
And we are already promptly back underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Sweat chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost in all honesty.
2 goals on the day and he may not yet be done. A case now of complete control. Messi. Beckenbauer. Out to the right. He's having a shot! In for the pieces! They've scored! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Israel give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And he's picked out the run. And this is Batistuta, goes for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Van Dijk is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Mbappe knows only too well that he should have converted after getting through one-on-one. He doesn't need telling.
Great vision. Batistuta. Ball driven towards the far post. Pavard attempts a clearance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Sneijder. It's Sneijder! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Can he get it through? And this Batistuta! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Israel choosing to make the first change. Israel still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Not the most accurate pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifted, and Messi! They are queuing up to have a go here.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 11, Neymar.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Israel are looking to go forward now. And the through ball. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. It's a promising position. Ribéry. Upamecano. Vardiol. Ribéry.
You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bellingham. Toss somewhat off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, great feat, that.
Great defending, strong and determined. And the pass is intercepted. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Israel can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Cambio de jugadores.
Neymar. Vardiol has created one goal already. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Bellingham with the delivery. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Israel have their second corner now. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. Climbs up big! And somehow he managed to miss it.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down, as opposed to two.
Bellingham. And he was quick to react. Pavard. That's a throw. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Messi. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here. Messi. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Shoots! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Kubo. And the referee brings it to a close. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. That's a sharp pass. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rafinha! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Shot could be on. There's the shot! Oh, classic Batistuta!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The goal for Israel.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And this is Batistuta. Bastoni. It's Camavinga. And that's gone loose. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Rafinha. Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. That's headed upfield. Pass is just off target. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Rafinha. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Looking for options for movement. Well, played right into his path. Kimmich. And they've got rid. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Kimmich. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ah, he's had it taken off him. And this is Batistuta. That's a decent clearance. He's a sharp little ball here.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Throw it. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? Rudiger getting this one clear.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Good running, strong and purposeful. And this is Batistuta. And he was alert to it. Quality ball. Neymar looks to get on the end of this. That pass has been well intercepted. And he's managed to get free. Schneider. Played back in. Sao Paulo look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time.
And a chance! Neymar. Now it's Kimmich. Great vision. Chance, surely! He's scored! Sao Paulo are back on level terms. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Sao Paulo grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Shapes to shoot! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Kimmich. Neymar. Rafinha. Rafinha charging forward, the ball at his feet. Tries to play it through. Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's in on goal. Rijkaard. Decent progress down the left. Oh, super find. David Villa has it in a wide position. And it's Schneider. He's had a shot! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
That has ended up in no man's land. Camavinga. Kimmich. And he's had it nicked away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Camavinga. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cristiano. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Off the post! Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Messi. And he's been shifted off it.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Tries to pass it through. Kimmich. And they're back on the ball again. That's a cute ball. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Welcome the 2 sides.
So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Israel are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Schneider. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's a shade optimistic. Kamavinga. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Rijkaard purring through the gears. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Beckenbauer has a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Stood up well to him there. Aimed beyond the defence. Decent chance! Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Well, they can break here. Rafinha going face-to-face with his great rival. And the pass is intercepted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked his way through. And the shot! It's hit the upright. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. David Villa. Out of play for a throw. And it's Rijkaard. Pinches it off him. Neymar. Threads one in. Ronaldo in acres of space out wide. Ronaldo has been caught there, it's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Up he goes! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's following up! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Rafinha certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Caceres. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard. Messi. Sao Paulo do have a chance to counter here. He is through here. David Villa. Israel have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. And we have our very first corner. Mbappe with the short one. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He can get that clear. Oh, sweet feet. Mbappe! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Israel really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Israel have their second corner now. Mbappe plays it short. That could have got shot at goal! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that's a waste. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Neymar. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
No, he's not getting past him there, and he's worked it through. Brilliantly cut out. Sao Paulo have got it back, and they'll have another go. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Messi. An uncompromising challenge. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Played out wide. He's got away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's got the beating of his man. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Couple of changes then in quick succession. Vinicius Junior coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Substitution for Israel. Number 22, Batistuta. Number 14.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time.
Number 8, Schneider.
And this is Ronaldo.
Number 17,
He's only too happy to take that
Number
back.
27,
Nicely weighted ball.
Serginho.
Out to
Coming
the
on
left it
field,
goes.
Number 10, Messi. Number 6,
Real chance!
Lewandowski.
Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Vinicius Junior certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Chance for a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And there goes the final whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that...